The beauty about it is not only the celebration of the environment, but it's also a celebration of economic development. We believe in the philosophy that we can have good protection of the environment while we also advance economic development and jobs, and today is one of those celebrations. A voluntary effort by our industries in the state, also our schools and municipalities, where they are going above and beyond, not because they are required, but because they believe in environmental stewardship as a means of advancing economic development.
It's very important because they don't have to do it. You know, there are regulations and requirements and permits that these types of companies and facilities have to adhere to, and this is just above and beyond. So it's, in my opinion, a joyous occasion.
We'd like to welcome you to our annual Environmental Leadership Awards annual awards ceremony. We're going to begin with our welcoming by Dr. Alexander Apini.
The first presenter is someone who's very familiar to you. She serves as the Secretary for the Louisiana Department of Environmental Quality. There's a lot I can say about her, but one attribute always stands out. Whatever decision she arrives with, she always does it with a smile. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the Honorable Peggy Hatch.
Thank you, Alex. I will be very brief. Thank you all for coming. We have a lot of great awards, from industry, small and large, to NGO, to municipalities, schools, etc. Great work by everyone, and I know you should be proud of the award you're about to receive. Thank you.
And joining the Secretary is someone who has been an absolutely stalwart advocate for this department. He serves as the chair for the Louisiana Legislature. He is the chair of the House Natural Resources and Environment Committee, has held a leadership position for a number of years. He's a businessman, but he's also one who has a deep passion for environmental protection, especially if you get into coastal issues. Ladies and gentlemen, I refer to none other than the Honorable Gordon Dove. Let's give him a round of applause. And at this time, I will bring our Mistress of Ceremony, and we will get this presentation on the road. Linda Hardy.
Thank you. First of all, the City of West Monroe is receiving the Environmental Leadership Program Special Recognition Award in Pollution Prevention for the Sparta Reuse Facility. It was born out of the need to preserve the Sparta aquifer, and this project was designed to reduce the draw on the strained aquifer while reducing the flow and nutrient pollutant load to the Ouachita River. Our next winner is the Lafayette Consolidated Government, Utility Systems, and the Public Works Department out of Lafayette, Louisiana. This was a collaborative effort between the Lafayette Utility System and the Public Works Department. The purpose of the program is to promote outdoor water conservation efforts in Lafayette Parish and reduce the stormwater runoff from entering the Bayou Vermilion watershed. Our next award goes to Diamond Green Diesel out of Norco, Louisiana. The project was converting non-food stock waste, grade waste to green diesel. The plant is the first of its kind to use a patented process to convert waste vegetable and animal oils into green diesel. The green diesel used by this process meets or exceeds all product specifications for petroleum-derived ultra-low sulfur diesel, thereby making a seamless integration into existing supplies of petroleum-derived ultra-low sulfur diesel. The next award is presented to the Thibodaux Regional Medical Center out of Thibodaux, Louisiana. They're receiving the Large Business Recognition Award in Pollution Prevention for its energy management and conservation program. The Regional Medical Center was able to reduce electricity and natural gas consumption by running the existing heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems more efficiently. The next award will be presented to Rubicon, receiving the Environmental Leadership Program Large Business Recognition Award in Pollution Prevention for reducing internal steam consumption in the maleic and hand-dried plant. The process both utilizes and produces high-pressure steam during the reaction process. It applied a new steam-lock design steam traps, which yielded a reduction in steam consumption. The next award is presented to Stuhler Incorporated of Lafayette. It's receiving the Environmental Leadership Program Large Business Recognition Award in Pollution Prevention for recycling scrap metal. The facility recycled approximately 39 tons of these metals, thereby reducing the waste entering landfills and taking a proactive approach toward waste management. The next award is being presented to Valero Refining out of New Orleans, Louisiana, the St. Charles Refinery in Norco. They're receiving the Environmental Leadership Large Business Recognition Award in Pollution Prevention for the coca sludge injection process. The facility added a slurry injection process in the coca unit, which recovers residual oil from refinery waste and reduces the amount of hazardous material sent to landfills. The next award is presented to Elon Refining out of Krotz Springs. They're receiving the Environmental Leadership Program Medium Business Achievement Award in Pollution Prevention for their air emissions reductions program, which focus on fuel gas consumed in operating 2 emergency flares in an effort to reduce criteria pollutant, toxic air pollutant, and greenhouse gas emissions. Congratulations to Elon Refining out of Krotz Springs. The next award winner is Advanced Specialized Carriers out of Pineville. They are receiving the Small Business Recognition Award in Pollution Prevention for their recycling and beneficial reuse program. The facility promotes recycling of oily water, soapy water, ink wash water, and used oil. The next award is presented to Jefferson Parish for their Stormwater Task Force Coalition. They are receiving the ELP Municipal Achievement Award in Pollution Prevention for undertaking a series of activities to educate various stakeholders on water quality issues. The Stormwater Task Force Coalition was formed out of the need to involve as many partners as possible in the region. The next award is presented to the City of Plaquemine, out of Plaquemine, Louisiana, for the Litter Abatement Program. They're receiving the Municipality Achievement Award in Pollution Prevention for their Litter Abatement Program. The city sponsored a campaign whereby the youth were challenged to create a commercial on litter abatement that ran on the local cable provider as part of a public service announcement. Next award is being presented to Harry Hurst Middle School out of Destrehan, Louisiana. They are receiving the Environmental Leadership Program Schools Recognition Award in Pollution Prevention for establishing a track record of environmental activism. The students encourage their classmates to recycle paper, plastic, aluminum, and cardboard. The Green Team also introduced sustainable gardening as one of their goals. The next award is presented to the Urban Forestry Program under the direction of Dr. Cameron Abdullah out of Southern University. They are receiving the university's Achievement Award in Pollution Prevention for converting wood waste to biofuel for bioenergy production and biochar for increasing soil fertility and environmental protection. Our last award this afternoon is presented to Kenilworth Science and Technology Charter School out of Baton Rouge. Their program was the Louisiana STEM Expo. They are receiving the School Achievement Award in Community Environmental Outreach for sponsoring the Louisiana STEM Expo for middle school students as a means to encourage and support students to take an interest in STEM studies. Next, we will recognize our new members. We have approximately 17 new members that came on board in the year 2013 through 2014. Today, we are going to recognize, first of all, the town of Sterlington. Our next new member is Alliance Compressors. The next new member is Centos Corporation. The next new member is the Iberville Parish Council. The next new member is the Sewerage and Water Board of New Orleans. The next new member is St. Louis King of France School. And lastly, Thibodeau Regional Medical Center. That wraps up this year's ELP Award Ceremony. We are so grateful to have you coming out this afternoon to join us. I'm going to, at this time, turn it back over to Dr. Apini for final comments.
Let's give all the award recipients a round of applause. And incidentally, who said government cannot function efficiently? This was done under 30 minutes. Mr. Chairman, you can report back to the committee. As we close, really all I have to say is, number one, Secretary Hatch, as we give awards, and our business is the protection of the environment while we look at economic development, she always makes a point of emphasizing the one resource that is nearest and dearest to her, and that is the staff right here at DEQ. So if you'd please join me in recognizing the DEQ staff. Secretary Hatch also believes in the team concept. She always believes there is no I in team, and it takes a team to run an organization effectively. And today I'm proud to recognize a number of the executive staff members that I do see here present. I'll begin with, and I see in the very back, our executive counsel, Herman Robinson. Let's give Herman a round of applause. Also, I'm looking in the back, I see the assistant secretary for the Office of Environmental Compliance, Ms. Cheryl Nolan. Let's give Cheryl a round of applause. I'm not sure I see the next two, so I'm going to combo their names, so we just recognize them in absentia. The Assistant Secretary for the Office of Environmental Services, our permitting shop, Sam Phillips, and also the Undersecretary of DEQ, Vince Sagnaby. Let's give them a round of applause. And of course, we have our Press Secretary. He's the newest member on the team. I think he's adjusted well, Mr. Greg Langley. Let's give him a round of applause. And last but not least, on the executive staff, I call her the glue that makes things work, the executive assistant to the secretary, Marian Burgess. Let's give Marian a round of applause. And then finally, and I'll get my butt out of here, it takes someone to put these things together. As administrators and executives, we can oversee things, but it takes the staff who really put in the effort. And this year, as it's been in the last 6 years, the lady who's really made it happen, Mrs. Linda Hardy. Let's give Linda a round of applause. And I'm not sure how the saying goes. Is it next to a good man is a good wife? Next, I'm not sure how it goes, but here's what I do know. When I see a spouse present, recognizing and supporting his other spouse, it's something special. And today in the audience, I see Mr. Hardy, the spouse of Mrs. Hardy. Let's give Mr. Hardy a round of applause. And on that note, I'm out of here. Linda, if you want to take us out.
I would have been remiss had I not recognized my husband, but since the doctor did it for me, I just want to acknowledge him again. Thank you for coming out to support me this afternoon. And this could not have been accomplished by myself. I have a team who worked with me to not only to review these applications as they came in, but to also consistently work with me throughout the years as I have been in this position. I'd like to recognize the members right now of the Environmental Leadership Steering Committee. Would you please stand, those that are here? Also, members of the review panel are some of the DEQ staff as well. Would you please stand and recognize? I see Reggie Coleman in the back. Jean Kelly was also on the team. Marissa Jimenez was on the team. Tamika Prelude was also on the team. These are persons who worked with me through the years in preparing this program, and I could not have done it without them, and I want to give them their props this afternoon. Thank you so much. A few other points before we leave this afternoon. The boxes for the awards, they are here, so if you'd like to carry your box, pick up the box for your award so that you can carry it. We also want to thank you, and if you have not turned in your parking ticket, your blue parking ticket, please get with Miss Marissa over here to my right. She will make sure that your ticket is validated for you and that you will be able to get out of the parking garage. That's very important. And once again, we just want to thank all of you for coming out this afternoon and supporting the Environmental Leadership Program. This is a voluntary effort. Members that are part of this program are doing these things out of a voluntary effort. They do not have, they're not required by the law to do this. They're doing this as a voluntary thing. And we want to recognize them because they're doing the right thing for the right reason. We want to continue to promote the program. We want to encourage you to continue doing the work that you're doing. And we also want to encourage other members of your businesses, your schools, to also come on board. I'm going around the state promoting the program, bringing people in, recruiting folks to come on board so that we can continue doing these great awards, and we want to thank you for the efforts that you've done in the past. Again, thank you for coming out this afternoon.
Why are you here today? To accept an award for our Rain Barrel program. It's a cooperative effort. Lafayette